All rise. Judge Vunda B. Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1042, Drummer case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Ms. Drummer, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Hi, my name is April, and I'm coming to you today for child support for my 2 children.
All right, how old are your children?
My children, 6 and 4.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm bringing Mr. here before the court today because I need support for my kids. And unfortunately, he's not providing.
All right. Does he have a job?
Yes, he does.
All right.
This case is absolute chaos from the jump. What starts as a child support dispute quickly unravels into a tangled mess of social media clout chasing, questionable parenting, and a whole lot of denial. At the center, a mother demanding help for her kids, while the father dodges responsibility with every excuse in the book. And when you hear what he says about YouTube revenue and helping from afar, you're going to question everything. We've got contradictions, lies, and a man more interested in fixing his brand than fixing his broken co-parenting. But is the mother telling the full truth? Is she using the system, or surviving it? This case isn't just about money. It's about accountability, ego, and the harsh reality of modern parenting disputes in the digital age. Stick around because what you're about to hear will make you yell at your screen. And wait until the judge steps in because her verdict? Yeah, it's the definition of mic drop.
What does he work?
He's a plumber.
Okay, all right. So he has a legitimate job. He can be supporting the kids and he won't do it?
He will not.
Okay, well, did you want to let me know anything else before I move over to him?
Yes. His job is to be a plumber, but that's not the only thing he's fixing.
Oh, okay.
He's not just fixing water pipes.
Interesting. Oh, okay.
Yes, really.
Yes, sir, really. What else are you fixing?
Listen, I'm a plumber. I'm a licensed plumber, Drummer the plumber. I'm sure you've seen all my social media ads. All I do...
Actually, I haven't.
Okay, well, you should. All I do is lay pipe all day long.
Oh, okay.
All right, that's what I do.
Is that the fixing you were referring to?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm not talking about any housework. I'm not talking about any businesses. I'm talking about females.
Oh, okay. Drummer the plumber. All right.
All up and down Oak Cliff.
Okay.
First of all, I don't be in Oak Cliff like that unless I'm working.
I met you at Rudy's. You were fixing their pipe. I met you at Rudy's.
Well, you know what, that don't...
Right here is your first red flag. The father casually brushes off child support obligations by rambling about vague plans and online projects. Instead of answering how he supports his children, he pivots into a deflection about dreams and music. This isn't ambition, it's avoidance. Let's be real. If you're talking more about your YouTube grind than how your kid eats or goes to school, there's a problem. Viewers, what would you do if your co-parent started spouting off like this in court? Is he confused, lost, or just dodging?
I met you at Rudy's.
Listen, okay? I every now and then I go from time to time between jobs. Listen, I'm Drummer the plumber, okay? I do a real good job. She's just mad. You know, she didn't start this.
What is she mad about?
She just... Listen, we went to a soccer game for our 6-year-old, right?
All right.
Everything was cool. You know, I met another young lady, and I brought her to the game, you know, because, you know, she likes soccer too. And she been tripping ever since. She wasn't tripping like that until she saw her, you know? So now she talking about, I'm gonna put you on child support. I pick my kids up. My kids got all the new shoes. They got all the new clothes. Anything they need. I take little man to the barbershop every week.
Are you referring to these kids or?
All my kids.
Wait a minute, how many kids you have?
I mean, you know, before I got with her, you know, I have 3, you know, and then we have 2, I guess, you know, so.
Wait a minute, stop right there. What do you mean by I guess? What does that mean?
That youngest one don't look like me, but you know, I'm not even, you know, we're not gonna do that today. You know, we're not gonna do that today. She's not as innocent. You do a lot of after hours tutoring at her job, and it don't be no kids up there, so.
Tutoring and fixing pipes, okay.
Yeah, talking about, I gotta stay afterwards, I'm teaching the class, and I drive by there, because I got a job around the corner, and it's just 2 cars up there. I know the kids can't drive, but, you know, ain't nobody up there. It be some bells ringing though.
Interesting. You know,
and I'm tutoring his other kids, so that's why I'm there late, because he's not there helping his kids. I'm tutoring the first 3 kids.
man, I could listen to you.
This moment is wild. We finally get a glimpse of how disconnected he really is. Talking about fixing his image, budgets, music studios, and Russian downloads while the judge is trying to understand his financial role. He's not just out of touch, he's operating in another dimension. It's like he thinks throwing in buzzwords like content and tools somehow replaces diapers and daycare. This is where the judge's patience starts wearing thin. And honestly, so does ours.
All day, but unfortunately I can't because I have other cases I have to get to, right? So, I can't really place him on child support today without him knowing if these are his kids.
Okay.
Well, he said he's questioning that. Excuse me, sir?
If somebody needed some pipe laid, that's all. Let me turn this off.
Okay, so you know what? I'm not about to play with you. So, I am going to tell you what I'm going to do. You're questioning whether or not, is it just the second one or is it both of them?
Listen, what she don't like to tell you guys is that, you know, I met her at Rudy's, right?
All right.
The dude ringing her up, she was hollering at him. I pulled her from him.
I asked her for extra pickles and a pepper.
I bet you wanted an extra pickle and a pepper.
Okay, you know what? So,
Did.
I did.
So then next you know, she coming home from tutoring, smelling like chicken. I mean, smelling like straight seasoned salt, right? I didn't say nothing. But you know,
everybody gets extra seasoning at Rudy's on their chicken.
Yeah, they do. I know I do.
Well, listen, it was seasoned a little. It was everywhere. You know how people say you come home smelling like perfume? She had seasoned salt all on her blouse one day. I ain't no dummy. I know what it is. So,
okay.
You know.
Sir, what pipes were you fixing at Rudy's?
Okay, let me tell you what we're going to do. Hold on, both of you. Let me tell you what we are going to do because I got a lot of seasoning from the both of you today. This is what we're going to do. We're going to reset this case so you can get a DNA test. Go ahead and get it on both, right?
Here's where the emotional punch lands. The mother details how she struggled to maintain basic support for her kids, while the father spirals into incoherence about projects that never seem to pay off. Let's zoom out for a second. This isn't just about a guy being flaky. This is someone weaponizing confusion. He clouds the conversation with nonsense so he doesn't have to be held accountable. Ever met someone like this? Let us know in the comments, because this kind of behavior is more common than you'd think.
So I'm going to order you, get a DNA test on both.
We're going to get Pickles and Pepper Man up here too?
If it's necessary, if you turn out to be the father, we can get the chicken man or the pickle man,
yes,
whoever we need to bring in here.
Bring the other 3 kids that I tutor and help.
Okay, well, you know what? That's what we're going to do.
They can't read. One's 15, the other's 11. They can't read.
But they fly. They fly. They fly. They got everything they need.
But you buy everybody Jordans. You buy my kids Jordans. You just said.
What's wrong with that?
Okay, well, let me tell you what's wrong. Excuse me.
Listen, I lay a lot of pipes.
Excuse me. Did y'all need me to leave while you all finished talking, or did you want to find out these are your kids or not?
I just got a whiff of seasoned salt.
Do
Just
you
set me
want
off
to
a little bit.
answer my question? Do you want to find out whether or not these are your kids?
I do.
Thank you. Do you want to place him on child support if he is indeed the father? Okay, so now we're getting somewhere.
At this point, the father's credibility is toast. He talks in circles, tosses out techie distractions, and still hasn't explained how he supports his children. Meanwhile, the mother stays focused, emotionally drained but consistent in her claims. This contrast is key. One parent is grounded in reality: bills, food, daily needs. The other is floating in fantasy. And this is where the courtroom tension starts to flip. You can almost feel the judge's verdict forming right here. The question is, will the system back the one doing the work, or the one making excuses?
Testing, okay? All right, do you all have any?
And I don't need you to come over at my house.
No, ma'am, excuse me. Miss Drummer, I don't need you to tell him what he does not need to do. I need you to listen to what I'm saying, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And I need him, no, don't thank me. I need you to go get the DNA tested, okay?
Oh, yeah, I'll get the DNA tested.
Okay, gotcha. Understood. So do you all have any other questions about what we're doing here today?
Yeah, just out of curiosity, how's the plumbing at the courtyard?
You know what? With that, we're going to go ahead and dismiss this. And dismiss it for today, not in its entirety. You all are dismissed and free to leave. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
That's fine.
Okay.
Parent showed up with receipts, literal and emotional. The other showed up with smoke and mirrors. In the end, the judge made it clear. Parenting isn't optional and empty promises won't pay the bills. This case is a reality check for anyone thinking charisma can replace commitment. Whether you're team she deserves the support or team he just needs guidance, one thing's certain. Words mean nothing without action. If this courtroom clash had you on the edge of your seat, hit that like button, drop your verdict in the comments and subscribe for more explosive breakdowns like this. Because trust me, we're just getting started.